Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
The Army may be getting to the bottom of all this talk about the so-called flying saucer. As a matter of fact, the 509th Atomic Bomb Group headquarters at Roswell, New Mexico, reports that it has received one of the discs which landed on a ranch outside Roswell. The disc landed at a ranch at Corona, New Mexico, and the rancher turned it over to the Air Force. Rancher W.W. Brazell was the man who discovered the saucer. Colonel William Blanchard of the Roswell Air Base refuses to give details of what the flying disc looks like. In Fort Worth, Texas, where the object was first sent, Brigadier General Roger Ramey says that it is being shipped by air to the AAF Research Center at Wright Field, Ohio. A few moments ago, I talked to officials at Wright Field, and they declared that they expect the so-called flying saucer to be delivered there, but that it hasn't arrived as yet. In the meantime, General Ramey describes the object as being of flimsy construction, almost like a box kite. He says that it was so battered that he was unable to determine whether it had a disc form, and he does not indicate its size. Ramey says that so far as can be determined, no one saw the object in the air, and he describes it as being made of some sort of tinfoil. Other Army officials say that further information indicates that the object had a diameter of about 20 to 25 feet, and that nothing in the apparent construction indicated any capacity for speed, and that there was no evidence of a power plant. The disc also appeared too flimsy to carry a man. Now, back to Taylor Grant.
In 1947, under Roswell's starlit skies, two flying saucers crashed in the night. One in Corona, the other in Sedona. A farmer's first glimpse, a sight so bizarre. Not just wreckage, but a message from afar. A tale begins to unfold. A flash in the night as aliens gleam. But what lay scattered was no earthly dream. Among twisted metal and debris strewn wide was the remains of alien bodies inside. So the Air Force came to recover and hide. U.S. Air Force Major Jesse Marcel searched the wreckage and he could tell it was of an alien origin and not from this earth realm. Major Jesse Marcel told the real truth. Forget the lies of a weather balloon spoof. A flying saucer was captured in Roswell. They came from the heavens with knowledge untold, or maybe interdimensional entities from another space fold. In a world too unready for wonder so bold, for years it would linger, a story to chase. The echoes of whispers in endless UFO debates. The spark of truth UFO hunters would face. Scientists would come forth with UFO evidence laced. Dr. Hynek turned believer at the end of his UFO chase. Major Jesse Marcel told the real truth. Forget the lies of a weather balloon spoof. A flying saucer was captured in Roswell. Project Blue Book exposed some holes, hidden hands played their scams. But in the end, Dr. Hynek found the truth, stranger than fiction, in the UFO land. So here in Roswell, where history crept, an alien legacy long preserved kept. We ponder the skies while the stars twist and twine, for what lies beyond more than just dust and time. In the book, The Day After Roswell, truth you will find. Major Jesse Marcel told the real truth. Forget the lies of a weather balloon spoof. They were flying saucers in Roswell. Flying saucers over Roswell. For decades, scientists, researchers, and insiders have exposed the truth around ETs and UFOs. From Professor Avilo to Luis Elizondo, David Grush, Dr. Stephen Greer, and Jacques Vallée, Dr. John Mack, Richard Dolan, and Philip J. Corso. Researchers like Bill Burns, Robert Morningstar, George Knapp, to James Fox, Jeremy Corbell, and the greatest nighttime talk show ever, Coast to Coast AM. We stand on the shoulders of giants like Art Bell, Dr. J. Allen Hynek, Major Donald Kehoe, and Stanton Friedman, who helped expose the world to so much UFO truth. They all open the minds of people to think outside the box of conformity. As the Pentagon now admits that UFOs and UAPs exist, the Collins Group calls it all a demonic twist. Just as Dr. David Jacobs proved that there is a negative alien agenda with abductions, Steve Quell and L.A. Marzulli show that alien abductions are nefarious fallen angels of biblical proportions. In the silence of night, when shadows align, do they watch from above? Are they demonic or divine? Flying rolls of the cosmos, a secret in flight. The mind is forever enshrined in the whispers of Yahweh's night.